a Jewish Christian prayer liturgy for men, walking in godly masculinity. Morning opening. Begin with the traditional Modeh Ani prayer, with a focus on masculine purpose. I offer thanks to you, living and eternal King, for you have mercifully restored my soul within me. Your faithfulness is great. Thank you for another day to serve as your faithful warrior, to lead with wisdom, to protect with strength, and to love with courage. As Yeshua taught us to pray, may your kingdom come and your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Declaration of identity and purpose. Stand tall and recite with conviction. I'm created in God's image, called to represent his character and authority on earth. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God he created him. Genesis 1:27. I follow in the footsteps of Yeshua, who demonstrated perfect masculine strength under the Father's authority. For I have come down from heaven, not to do my own will, but the will of him who sent me. Like Joshua, I declare, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Joshua 2:4-15. Prayer for righteous strength. Place, hand over heart. Abba, Father, grant me the strength of Samson, but tempered with the wisdom of Solomon. Make me strong not for my own glory, but to defend the weak and uphold justice. He has told you, O man, what is good, and what does the Lord require of you but to do justice, and to love kindness, and to walk humbly with your God. As Yeshua overturned the tables of the money changers, give me righteous zeal for your house and your ways. Prayer for leadership and service. Lord, like King David, a man after your own heart, make me a courageous leader who serves and puts his trust in you. Like Yeshua washing his disciples' feet, remind me that true masculinity finds its highest expression in humble service. Whoever would be great among you must be your servant, and whoever would be first among you must be servant of all. For even the Son of Man came not to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many. Grant me courage to lead my family, community, and all those entrusted to me in paths of righteousness, not through domination, but through virtuous sacrificial love. Prayer for protection and provision. Stand with arms outstretched. As Abraham was called to provide for his family and protect them on their journey, strengthen my hands for work and my arms for protection. Like Joseph, who stored up grain in Egypt, give me wisdom to provide for those under my care. God of Yeshua, who multiplied the loaves and fishes, help me use the resources you've given me to bless others. Make me a channel of your provision. Adonai is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer, my God, my rock, in whom I take refuge, my shield, and the horn of my salvation, my stronghold. Prayer for integrity and moral courage. Place hand on heart. Like Joseph, who fled from Potiphar's wife, grant me moral purity and the strength to resist temptation. Like Daniel, who would not defile himself with the king's food, give me conviction to stand firm in a compromising world. I have stored up your word in my heart, that I might not sin against you. As Yeshua resisted the temptations in the wilderness, strengthen me to say it is written when faced with compromise. Prayer for brotherhood and community. Like David and Jonathan, help me build deep covenant friendships with other godly men. Like the disciples who followed Yeshua together, may I find strength in the company of brothers pursuing your kingdom. Iron sharpens iron, and one man sharpens another. Behold how good and pleasant it is when brothers dwell in unity. Warrior's prayer. Stand in ready stance as if bearing armor. Adonai Tsevaot, Lord of hosts, I stand as your warrior today. Like Gideon, though I may feel weak, you call me mighty. Like David facing Goliath, I will not fear the giants before me. Finally, be strong in the Lord and in the strength of his might. Put on the whole armor of God, that you may be able to stand against the schemes of the devil. Ephesians 6:10-11. As Yeshua faced the cross with courage, saying, "Not my will but yours be done," grant me courage for the battles ahead, not fighting for my glory but for your kingdom. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. Exodus 15:3. Evening reflection and confession. Search me, O God, as I end this day. Where have I failed to represent your strength with grace? Where have I misused the power you've given me? Where have I been passive when I should have acted? Search me, O God, and know my heart. Try me and know my thoughts, and see if there be any grievous way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting. Psalm 139, 23-24. Like Shimon, Kepha, who wept after his denial, I repent of my failures. And like him restored by Yeshua beside the sea, I receive your forgiveness and renewed commission. Closing blessing. Stand tall with arms raised slightly. May the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob strengthen my hands for the work he has called me to do. May the God of Moses and Joshua make me bold to lead where he directs. May the God of David give me a heart that seeks after him. May the God of the prophets fill my mouth with truth, spoken in love. May Yeshua, perfect man and perfect God, transform me daily into his image. As I lie down and as I rise up, I am yours, Adonai, created for your glory and for your service. Conclude with the Shema. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your might. Deuteronomy 6, 4-5. Supplemental Weekly Meditations on Biblical Men. Sunday, Yeshua. Meditate on how Yeshua demonstrated perfect masculinity, his authority tempered with gentleness, his strength expressed in sacrifice, his power channeled through service. Though he was in the form of God, he emptied himself by taking the form of a servant. He humbled himself by becoming obedient to the point of death, even death on a cross. Philippians 2, 6-8. Monday, Abraham, man of faith. Reflect on Abraham's journey of faith, his willingness to follow God's call into the unknown. By faith, Abraham obeyed when he was called to go out to a place that he was to receive as an inheritance. And he went out, not knowing where he was going. Hebrews 11:8. Tuesday, Joseph, man of integrity. Consider Joseph's unwavering integrity in the face of temptation and injustice. How then can I do this great wickedness and sin against God? Wednesday, Moses, man of leadership. Contemplate Moses leading God's people through difficulty, standing as mediator between God and Israel. The man Moses was very humble, more than all people who were on the face of the earth. Thursday, David, man after God's heart. Reflect on David's wholehearted pursuit of God, his honesty in worship, his courage in battle. I have found in David the son of Jesse a man after my heart, who will do all my will. Friday, Daniel, man of conviction. Meditate on Daniel's uncompromising stand for godliness in a pagan culture, but Daniel resolved that he would not defile himself. Saturday, Paul, man transformed. Consider how Paul's masculine zeal was transformed from persecution to proclamation. But I do not account my life of any value nor as precious to myself, if only I may finish my course and the ministry that I received from the Master Yeshua, to testify to the gospel of the grace of God.